Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So, in today's video, we're going to be going over the week of December, the weekly read for the week of December 21st to the 27th, and this is for all air signs. It would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So, happy holidays to everybody out there. Christmas will be happening during this week. So, happy holidays to everyone out there, and happy Capricorn season because it's coming up. And Capricorn season starting, and happy birthday to any Capricorns out there. And we're getting close to the end of the year here and beginning of a new year. So let's see what's going on for all the air signs. Do a nice little shuffle. And as always, please hit that like button so this will go out to other air signs that need to see this video, need this information. And it also helps the channel to grow when you hit the like button. So please hit that like button. And also, please hit subscribe so that you get future videos I put out. I do these weekly reads for the elements every Friday, and then the general collective one comes out on Saturdays. And I did do, just so you know, I did the 2026 yearly readings about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I believe the collective one came out 3 weeks ago, and then the element ones came out like 2 weeks ago. So you might want to go back and check those out if you hadn't seen them. And the mid-month readings just came out this week for mid-month December. And then, of course, the January readings will be coming out soon. So, all right, let's see what we got going on. Okay, we got the Emperor. We got the Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Three of Wands. Hold on. Get the cards here pushed up right. The Hermit and the Nine of Swords. All right, so interesting air signs. Okay. So coming into the week of the 21st, it's the universe is bringing in, and it could be very well be a new love offer. We've got the Ace of Cups. Now, it might not have come in yet for some of you. It might be on its way. So it's either come in already or maybe not quite, maybe it's just now coming in. But definitely, I feel like the universe is trying to bring this in. And you see in the card, he's got the little hand here is holding the cup. So it's like the hand is, it's like the universe is trying to bring you this offer, this new beginning in love, and handing it to you. And I'm feeling like, yeah, it's like I feel like there's either two things going on for the air sign collective. Either you have recently ended a relationship that has not, well, maybe when I say recent, it could be within the last year or two, but you've ended a relationship that wasn't very good, and it was kind of a toxic relationship, and it wasn't a very healthy relationship. So that's one thing I'm getting. The second thing I'm getting is for some of you, you've been alone for a while. Maybe, on your own for quite some time. And it's like, this new offer's coming in. And I feel like it's kind of unexpected. Like it's kind of like it's coming in, and it's like you don't really see it. It's kind of unexpected. So that's the two things I'm picking up on um for the air signs coming into this week of December 21st. But we're in this Emperor energy. And as air signs, and that's where we are right now. And this is because this isn't a past position, this Ace of Cups. So it's either just come in or it's just coming in. But currently we're in this Emperor energy. So we're kind of like, we're in a good place. I feel that we're established, we're wise. We've been through some things, and it could very well be, the ending of that previous relationship. But it's like you're in a good place. You're in a stable place in your life. You're feeling very wise. You're feeling very grounded. I'm hearing the word grounded. And I'm actually seeing like grass and dirt. So it's like being very grounded. and you feel like you're in a good place. So if you were in a bad situation earlier, it's like you're getting out of it, or you have gotten out of it and you've healed from it. And you've been doing the healing work. You've been, doing all of those things, working on yourself, but you're like in this good emperor energy. And you feel like you got your stuff together. You're feeling pretty good. You're established. You're feeling like, abundant. You've got everything you need. Um, and I'm hearing, but you're like, you got everything you need, and then I heard, but you're feeling lonely. So maybe you're feeling lonely, like in love, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that. It could be, maybe, you're feeling lonely because, you don't, some friendships, you lost some friendships, or so it could be like a lack of friendships. So this new beginning could very be like a passionate romantic beginning, but it also could be like a new beginning in love with, family members that maybe you've lost connection with, or friends that you have, lost, that you've kind of went your separate ways, you fell away from each other, so it could be things like that. It could be a new beginning in those situations, or it could be a new beginning in love, brand new beginning. But it could mean many different things. It doesn't have to quite be romantic love. But in a situation, there is this offer coming in, and it's either already has shown up, this new beginning, or it could be in the past this has been coming your way, like the energy of the new beginning, and maybe just now currently the offer's finally getting here. Because cup energy isn't very fast, so it's not as slow as pentacle energy, but it's definitely not as fast as swords or wands. So it could be like it's coming in, but it's taken a little while, is what I'm feeling, to get to you. But there is an offer of love coming in. And the Uranus atmosphere of being in this Queen of Swords, I guess this is us. This is an air sign card. But you're very this offer's coming in, and you're like, oh, that's great. That's great. This offer's coming in. Hopefully you can see it. There's a little bit of a glare. But you're in this energy, like, kind of, I want to say, what I'm hearing is take no prisoners. So it's like you've been through some stuff, right? Because you're the emperor, you're mature and wise. You've had some experiences, and like now you're like, yeah, this is great. This offer's coming in, but I'm feeling like you're going to look at it from a Queen of Swords perspective. So you're going to look at it kind of logically. You're going to look at this offer in a logic, kind of common sense way. So you're not going to get all caught up in the warm fuzzies and emotions. You're going to look at it in a more practical way, is what I'm feeling. And you're gonna kind of, I don't wanna say be defensive, but you're gonna be cautious. I'm not feeling defensive in the sense of, you're not open to love and you're like pushing this person away. I don't get that, but I do get you're gonna be very cautious, especially in the beginning, till you fully understand what this offer is. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're not putting a lot of effort and stuff into this situation, this new situation, if it's not going to go anywhere. So it's going to kind of like, you're going to kind of watch and see what happens at first, and take your time and be cautious. Because if you see, she's got this sword in front of her. So she's very much like, I'm not going to put up with any stuff, right? She's very much like that. So, I feel like you're going to be cautious and not weary, but in a bad way, but just let things kind of, like, you're not going to rush into things. If with this offer, you're going to think about it. You're going to let things kind of unfold slowly, because you're cautious. You want to make sure that this new beginning coming in is going to be a good for you. You don't want to rush into something that's not good. So you're looking at it from a cautious perspective. So in the near future, air signs, I've got the 3 of Wands. So definitely taking a step forward in a new journey. So this is our current energy right here. So this is kind of all happening right now. And maybe this new beginning, hasn't quite come in all the way yet. I mean, for some of you it might have, but everyone's going to be different in the energy. But this offer is coming in. You're going to be cautious in looking at it from a, Queen of Swords perspective. But we're in this Emperor energy. We got our stuff together. We're doing pretty good right now, air signs. So we're feeling pretty good. But this is all happening right now in the current energy. So in the near future, we're going to, we're looking at this, but we're moving forward. So I think probably a vast majority of us are going to be taking this, that this resonates with. You're going to take this offer. Now, there might be some of you that don't, but I feel like a vast majority will. And you're going to be taking a step forward. Because if you look at him, his one little foot, it's hard to see, but his one little foot's in front of the other. And he's already made his decision at this point, at the 3 of Wands. Now he's just taking that step forward and taking that journey forward. So in the near future, you're pondering this offer now in the current energy, but in the near future, it looks like you're going to move forward with it, or more likely you will. You're going to move forward with it. But I don't think you're going to rush into a decision. Like, you're really going to think about this and make sure that this is right for you. Because the Queen of Swords, she's wise. I mean, she's not gonna, and she's not gonna put up with any stuff, any BS, right? So you want to make sure this offer is legitimate, and you're going to be cautious about it moving forward. So the advice I have from the universe for us, for air signs, is these 2 cards. We got the Hermit, and we got the 9 of Swords. So there has been, and it could be when the offer comes in, it kind of puts you in this 9 of Swords like energy where you're feeling, like kind of have worry and concern about it. You're kind of worried, you have some anxiety, worry and concern, just like that man in the card. You can see he's sitting up, he's got his hands in his face. So this offer might put you in this energy, especially if it's somebody from your past, like a past love connection that's coming back around. I've been seeing a lot of that in the cards in the last couple months, a lot of like past relationships coming back up. Or it could be, like if it's a past, someone from your past, like a family member, a friend, you could, depending on what happened with those relationships in the past, if it didn't end well, it could very well put you into this energy. Very much so. But but it's unnecessary worry and concern. So you might feel worried and kind of anxious about it, but really it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. But you might feel that way depending on the situation and who this offer is from. So, but we're definitely in this hermit mode. And it could be like this new beginning in love coming in puts us kind of in a hermit mode. So you might take some time because, we're in this good space. We're in this good space as the Emperor and the Queen of Swords. So you might take some time to think about this offer before you decide to move forward in this journey. So you might take a couple weeks, or a couple months or something to really think about it. I'm feeling like it's more weeks, maybe a month before you move forward with it. But there's definitely some, we're following our intuition because you see him, he's following his little lantern. So his lanterns, his intuition, his inner knowing, his inner light, and he's following that. So you might like be really thinking about this offer, and you might kind of like keep to yourself for a while and really ponder it and think about it and kind of, just focus on it. But you definitely want to follow your intuition and inner knowing on it because that's going to tell you which way that you should go with it. But I feel like all these emotions aside, like the unnecessary worry and concern, worry here, concern. And I'm definitely feeling, and I'm also hearing anxiety. So it's like this opportunity, this offer could bring anxiety in, but I feel like it's going to be short lived. It's not, and it might just need, okay, I'm hearing it might just take some conversations between you and this person to get you out of this energy. So if you're feeling this way, what I'm feeling is to tell you is to just have conversations about it and just be honest and let that other person know, hey, this is how I'm feeling. And then talk things out because I feel like just having those conversations, especially if it's from someone from the past that things were left unsaid and maybe things didn't end very well, so maybe there needs to be like some apologies and some, deep discussions about things, about what happened in the past so that you can put that behind you and move forward. So I'm definitely feeling like conversation's going to help with that. I'm sorry, help with it. And it shouldn't last very long. But you definitely want to follow your intuition on this and follow that inner knowing because you're going to know what to do. And I do feel like majority of you will decide to move forward and take that step forward and take that offer. So That's what I have for us the week of December 21st or 27th. So really exciting. I mean, I'm excited about, this offer coming in, new beginning in love, right? As a fellow air sign. So that's what I have for us for this week coming up of December 21st through 27th. And maybe if this new beginning and offer hasn't happened yet, who knows, with the holiday season, it might be coming in now. It might be coming in between now and the end of the year. Um, but I do feel like with that current energy, it's either happening now or it's going to be soon, like by the end of the year. I mean, it could go into next year, but I feel like, it could go into maybe January, February, but I'm not getting that it's going to be like way far in the future. So if it hasn't happened yet, it's coming in soon. So that's what I have for us, air signs. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.